Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time and next time, as far as you're concerned with the recordings, I'll be talking about Unit. The first one's going to be Brave New World Knightfall. Now this is the series set in the early 2000s, and the next one's going to be Unit Eras. Bear with. But that's for another story. Okay, so Brave New World Knightfall, released March 2026, written by Georgia Cook, Felicia Barker and Robert Valentine, starring Angela Boos and Alex Jordan. Except, of course, we all know that the person that you really want to discuss is Marcus Gilbert. But we'll do that in a minute. Can I just say, absolutely loving this Unit series. I mean, seriously, it's just brilliant. Okay, so you've got 4.1, 4.2 and 4.3. I can't believe this is the fourth box set. Worlds are about to collide as Winifred Bambera faces the greatest dilemma of her life. Her lost, beloved husband Ancelyn is back and all hell is about to break loose. Facing armies of darkness and the wrath of the mighty Queen Guinevere, can the course of true love run smooth just this once? I love, do you remember that Mrs. Merton sketch where she's interviewing Debbie Daniels? If you're outside the UK, this will make no sense, but bear with. And she says to Debbie Daniels, "What first attracted you to the millionaire Paul Daniels?" Big laugh. So, with this, what first attracted you to the 1990s Unit story that's got a lot of Arthurian legend in it? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Huge fan of Battlefield, always was. I know some people don't like it, and for a start they're wrong, but mostly I am just loving it. Now, the big problem is that we've had 3 seasons of the Brigadier without Ancelyn, okay? And we've really thoroughly enjoyed that time. But you always had it dangling over us that Ancelyn might turn up. And the problem is, from a purely practical point of view, is that Marcus Gilbert is now no longer with us. This is officially the last thing he ever did, I believe. Yes, it's great that he's come back to us for this. Hurrah, this huzzah. And included in this box set is an absolutely brilliant tribute to him. You might know him from a handful of other things that you'll have come across, and he's just been great in everything. And in this, we get Ancelyn back one more time, and it's so damn good, thoroughly enjoyable. Should we discuss the actual stories? Because I could just enthuse about how good this guy was and how great the chemistry was between him and, well, Angela Bruce and everything, and just go on and on about how lovely and trickly the whole thing is. But that's not what we're here for, because when it comes down to it, you're listening to me talk about Doctor Who. And that's what you're here for, I think. You're not here for the constant updates about my writing. Although I am entering the Paul Spragg competition this year. What a surprise. Don't you enter every year? Yes. Don't you always get a nice email from Big Finish saying how much they enjoyed your stuff? Often. Don't you just go on about this a bit much? Sometimes. But that's beside the point. Perhaps I should do a blog or some sort of compact how I did thing going on, because I haven't actually put pen to paper, because this year's competition is all about the First Doctor, and he's not something I'm as familiar with as I'd like. Yes, I've seen every episode, and yes, I've experienced the First Doctor on Big Finish in a variety of different ways. But he's not a Doctor close to my heart. I'm going to have to embrace that. And you know what, this year I really should listen to all the previous winners as well as follow the rules to the letter, just to see how far I can get. I've asked around, and there is an idea forming in my head, but I just don't know if other people are going to do the same thing. But we'll get back to that one. Sorry, I've rambled. Me, ramble? Who would have thought it? Right, let's do the synopsis. 4.1 is Deep Water by Georgia Cook. Oh, sorry, I've just realised. Okay. Other major characters from Battlefield. You've got... Right, now my brain's scrambled. Okay, so I've forgotten her name, but it's the woman who was married to John Pertwee, who created Upstairs Downstairs, who was Morgan Le Fay. She is no longer with us. So the fact that she doesn't get to appear in this story is not a huge surprise, but she is currently in universe, in prison, with her son in a high security unit place. Ancelyn is back, but not all is well in the other dimensional realm of Albion. Magical assassins have been sent across the cosmic rift to do the bidding of the paranoid Queen Guinevere. Can UNIT save the intended victims in time? And just how will Savarin and Rix survive Bambera's rocky reunion with her knight-errant husband? As I've said a few minutes ago, the relationship is brilliant. It just leaps out of your earbuds. Well, I wanted to say leaps off the page, but you just can't say that. And a host of other things that are just great. Now, there's some nice ladies of the lake involved in this. There's a lot of fairy folk. And you know what? I just can't grasp in my head, and I'm sorry, I'm tapping on my skull as we speak, why I love this version of Doctor Who with magic and with ancient realms and with myths and all that business. Absolutely adore this and could not stand the harbingers of nonsense that we had to put up with on TV. Am I two-faced? Probably. But I can't work out what the difference is because my love for this is showing no bounds. 4.2 Storm Over Albion by Felicia Barker. Bambera leads unit forces on a dangerous mission to face Guinevere in Camelot, but Ancelyn is declared a traitor to the crown, and the Mad Queen sees any challenge as an act of aggression. The fates of the two worlds hang in balance. Oh yeah, you know what? That multi-dimensional tank thing that they travel in, oh, how good is that? It would have looked so good, and it's described so beautifully, and you can so imagine it in the early 2000s being a cracking piece of making. Which brings us to Shining Armour by Robert Valentine. Robert's always giving us great work. Sleeping dragons wake, knights and fae clash on the streets of London, and the countdown to the end of all worlds begins. Nice and vague as a synopsis, but it just nails it. This is a brilliant box set. If you enjoyed Battlefield, I'm not going to tell you to go back and listen to the other box sets because I've kind of already done that. What I am going to say is you can skip those if you enjoyed Battlefield. This you can just join in with and have an absolutely bloody lovely time. Seriously, if you liked that sort of Doctor Who, this is for you. Genuinely. So, here's the trailer. And decide for yourself. And more, please. Yes, I know we can't have any more Ancelyn, and that is heartbreaking for everyone. But we can have more of this beautiful 90s TV series that we never really got in real life, but it feels so damn real. Here's the trailer. Decide for yourself. Be seeing you.
From Big Finish Productions.
Stand down, Oxix! The armored hostile isn't hostile! I'm married to him!
Unit, Brave New World, Knightfall.
My Lady Winifred.
Ancelyn.
On the off chance they have already arrived, what kind of assassin are we likely to encounter in there?
I fear it could be anything. Many knights and beasts serve the throne of Albion. From the mighty Gorgon to the questing beast of Sir Pellinor himself.
And here I was hoping for something freaky.
Sequence complete. The aperture is forming.
Where? I don't see it.
Beneath you, ma'am.
Oh, shame!
That's Camelot?
You were picturing a medieval castle, weren't you?
Certainly, I didn't expect something so, brutalist.
Guinevere! Heed me! There is no salvation in High Tatchel! You doom us all! Guinevere!
What was that?
The reason for the desperation, maybe.
The hounds of the wild hunt.
Die well, soldiers of Albion.
I reckon we can take him together, don't you?
We might as well try, ma'am. What is the worst that can happen?
Down!
Seabird 3 to birdcage. This is Seabird 3. Come in. I want a surface-to-air missile ready to fire in 1 minute.
You have great courage, Jean-Paul Savarin. You would make a goodly knight of Camelot.
If the pension plan is better than units, you're on.
If you boys are quite finished, we have a castle to storm.
Something comes!
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Dragon!
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. All topics discussed are the intellectual property of the copyright owners. No infringement is intended. Why not follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. If you've enjoyed this podcast on YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.